like your father, so it's obviously his son.
Unless they revive the dead son, what they do with Gladyatör too.
Yeah, it's set 20. Is it 20 years? I think it's 20 years. 2000 it was filmed down at my place, wasn't it? Woods. You could actually be on a mannequin, so it's on a bust.
I don't think so.
Which ones?
These two, the alien and
Close Encounters and Gold Member.
Oh, it literally says.
It's not good. These are the new friends.
They don't make it like that.
Batman and Robin, I think so. Doctor Strange, Grown in One, Mars Attacks.
Yeah.
Tomb Raider, and he lost his sword onto the tree. You can see the tree which has got a cut in it.
Still there.
It's quite a minor. The Hulk, the broken tree, that was there, the bunker that they used.
Yeah, posters. Yeah. That's probably.
Found the tree, and you can see where it is, in the film.
I know the.
No way.
Yeah.
Wow.
There is a.
That's so interesting.
Yeah, there is nothing tourist.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. What's that? Yes.
The live, the auction.
Here will close on the 15th.
Yeah.
What you said.
Yes.
Yeah.
But it is unique in that. I mean, you said you covered a lot. Oh wow. Yeah. I mean, I think we've got a Bridget team who's been on this morning. There's been quite a lot.
This one. That one is unique. There was only one ever made of that. Because there's a video whereby he visits a hospital. And it acts and visits this hospital and goes around and everything. So take it off if you
Can we see it?
Yeah. You finish filming? Indeed. If it's easier if I lay that down.
James Bond, that was filmed at Hanky Kong, which is, again, going to get little bits of it, where they'd blown this thing up and then it was little bits of his house.
Yeah, I remember that.
So this is without doubt one of the most significant stormtrooper helmets ever to come to market. This particular helmet is what's classified as a sand trooper helmet. There was only 6 sand troopers made for the original 1977 Star Wars A New Hope. This is one of those helmets. We matched these details on screen, as well as the positioning of the brow here as well, and a number of other details on it as well. But yeah, it's absolutely 100% this helmet. This is, of course, Daniel Craig's suit from Skyfall. This is actually from the opening sequence of Skyfall, which I believe was filmed in Istanbul around the bazaar, the Central Bazaar, the Grand Bazaar, I believe so. These were custom made. The suit was custom made by Tom Ford, the designer, who took over the making of all of Daniel Craig's costumes from the Quantum of Solace in 2008 onwards. So inside this, it actually has a Tom Ford label and then says designed and made specifically for James Bond. So it has Daniel Craig's name on the inside of it as well. So this is Russell Crowe's helmet from the Ridley Scott epic film Gladiator. Of course, we've got the sequel coming out in just a couple of weeks' time now. And this particular helmet was worn by Maximus, the Russell Crowe character, for the Battle of Carthage scene. Now, the Battle of Carthage sequence is quite an important scene in the movie. It's the scene where Russell Crowe... So this is Mad Max Tom Hardy's muzzle from Mad Max Fury Road. This is a great piece, actually. We've actually handled others in the past, which have been the rubber, the stunt version, but this is what we call a hero version. So rather than it made to look like metal, this is actually real metal. So this is an incredible find. This is from Clint Eastwood's film The Good, the Bad and the Ugly, 1966. This particular garment was never known to exist. It was thought lost and gone forever. It was recently discovered in a costume house on a rental rail in Rome. And we have his duster, which is really synonymous with the Clint Eastwood character. Obviously, the duster is a big part of Western costuming. So this is particularly one lot, which has an auction estimate of about £60,000 to £120,000. But underneath here as well, we also have his shirt as well. So the shirt is one lot, and the duster is the other. It's arguably from one of the best Western films of all time, Sergio Leone's masterpiece. And it's so exciting to see something like this come to market. As I said, it's thought lost forever. So, I mean, this is just the beauty of the map, and this is just part of the quality of the prop making from the Harry Potter film. So it opens right the way up, and then you come into the actual map of the castle itself, and you have the staircases there that sit within it too. So it's just an incredible piece of construction. And the way that it all just elaborately folds together. And of course, in the film itself, there are footsteps that appear on this as they're going around the actual My name's Stephen Lane. I'm CEO and founder of Prop Store, and you are standing within Prop Store's Entertainment Memorabilia live auction preview exhibition. Well, we have over 1,800 lots from over 500 films and TV shows. We also have some phenomenal music items as well. I think one of the stellar items that we have in the auction is a Stormtrooper helmet that was used in Star Wars: A New Hope. That has an auction estimate of £250,000 to £500,000. But we have an array of artefacts from films and TV spanning generations, going back right to the 1960s. So we have items from Cleopatra, we have items from The Good, the Bad and the Ugly, we have items from the Ray Harryhausen Foundation as well, right the way through to Star Wars, Batman, Aliens and Superman. So here we have from Sam Raimi's Spider-Man from 2002, so it's a reboot of the Spider-Man franchise. This, of course, is the rather ferocious-looking Green Goblin. The Green Goblin was played by Willem Dafoe, so this costume actually has a label in the back of it with Willem Dafoe's name in it. And then the helmet itself is actually the Hero #1 helmet. So this was a fully mechanical helmet, has lights on the inside of the helmet as well. And as you look at it, you've got a sort of like a purple iridescent sheen to this as well. And that's just really a nod back to the original comic book character of the Green Goblin.
Hi, I'm Mark and I head up the music department here at Prop Store. Something pretty much for everybody in this auction, from Amy Winehouse to Michael Jackson to Queen to Prince to Oasis. From all price points, we have items starting at a few £100 up to items which are over £100,000. We've got a Thriller rehearsal jacket which Michael wore for, obviously, when he was rehearsing for the Thriller tour. This particular jacket is a distinctive red with the black V. It was designed by Deborah Nadelman. She was the wife of John Landis, and she has signed the interior of the jacket along with her husband John, who has annotated Thriller because he directed the Thriller video. And on the outside of the jacket, on the left lapel, Michael Jackson has signed it himself. Now, the importance of this jacket is that he gave it to Ken Cragen for the US auction for their version of Live Aid, which was Heal the World. So it was given to that auction to be sold off to raise money for the African charity. And since then, it has been in the Grammy Museum in Los Angeles. Fantastic piece of Beatles memorabilia from the very, very start of their careers. It was used to record the albums Please Please Me, the singles Love Me Do. It was used for rehearsals, touring. When they were recording in Abbey Road, this was the amp that John Lennon used for his guitar. It's an outstanding piece. This particular one is for the single Purple Rain, but we've got a number which are for albums, singles. Whatever Prince made, we've got the presentation disc for it. So all the hits, and they're all from Dr. Fink. So again, fantastic provenance with all of his memorabilia. We've even got his very, very first flight suit. So the very first concert Prince ever did, we've got Matt's flight suit that he wore on stage that Prince picked out for him personally to wear. It's fantastic. It is very, very rare that you get a fully written document from Jimi Hendrix anywhere. This particular tape, we call it tape number 40. It actually contains 4 unreleased demo recordings from Jimi Hendrix. And Jimi Hendrix has written on the box. So the handwriting you see there is all Jimi Hendrix. It's almost like listening to a live recording because they're really, really sharp, they're tight, and the sound of the instruments absolutely comes through, as do the vocals. Better, in my opinion, than I would say on the tracks that were released. And we know that because we've had so much interest in this. They'll be the first person listening to this since us, since 1960, round about the end of 1967.